name is Annika with AstroCamp, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the engineering design process. In your kit, you should have an engineering design process worksheet. It will take you through the steps in order to design, build, and test a prototype of a Mars rover or a little car that you can drive around. You've been given a few supplies. There's a piece of cardboard, you have a balloon, some sticks. I'm going to use mine as axles, wheels. You might have a couple of pieces of paper. You have some rubber bands. All of these things are options to use in your car, or you can use whatever you want. This is just one example of how to build a car. So the problem that I'm trying to solve is I need to build a rover. I need it to go somewhere. My constraints are that I have these materials. My other constraints would be that I only have about 5 minutes to make this video, so I have a time constraint. You might have a budget constraint. You could have a really cool idea for a really awesome car, and your mom says, I don't have $50,000 to give you to build that cool car. So you might have a money constraint if you're trying to work outside the supplies that we sent you. Once all those things are set, though, you know what your constraints are, what you have to work with, know what your specifications are. Your goal is to build a car that is self-powered. That means it will drive itself. You might need to research some energy sources. Are you going to use wind to power it? Are you going to put an electric motor on it? You can use that from a previous kit. We sent you a motor with scribble robots. You have a lot of resources to pull from. What are you going to use to power your car? Then you need to make a plan. On the back of your paper, either your instruction sheet or the back of your design worksheet, draw a picture of what you're going to build. What do you want your car to look like? Name the materials, name the amounts, sizes, or we call those dimensions. All of that should be in your drawing so that you could hand your drawing to me and I could build it. Then you get to do the fun part. We get to build a car. So I'm going to use this cardboard piece as my base. I'm going to use my sticks as axles, and I want my wheels to spin underneath it. Now I found that I have a problem when I was doing my research. My axle fits inside the wheel, but the wheel does not spin very freely. So when I put it here, it's going to have a hard time. There's too much friction there. So my solution to that is I couldn't find a straw big enough, so I'm going to create a tube using some of my leftover gum tape from my marble coaster. And I will spin it into kind of a straw-like tube. I'm going to make 2 of these tubes, one for the front and one for the back. If it's not sticky enough, if you're using this method and it's not sticky enough, you also might want a piece of tape. Just kind of hold it in place. I'll do it with the other one. You will remember from your marble coaster building that this tape is like licking an envelope closed. Oh, but that one did not stick as well, so I'm resorting to tape. Once you have the 2 tubes ready, I'm going to put them on the bottom of my rover. Again, using tape. Hopefully you still have some left from that first kit we sent you. If not, any tape or glue that you have will work. You could use a glue stick for this. You just have to allow time for it to dry. So now what I've done is created axle holders. So I can slide my axles through. Once they're in, I will mount my wheels. Now my axle is 6 inches wide. The cardboard is only 4 inches, so you should have plenty of room. And if you find that your wheels are sliding off the ends of your axles, they shouldn't, they're pretty stiff, see? If you find they're sliding off, you're going to have to come up with some sort of clamp to put on the edge. Now, I move my wheels out to reduce friction against the cardboard, and I see that it will roll. But I want it to be able to go really far, really fast. So I am going to add some wind power to my rover using a balloon. Now, you've probably experimented with balloons before. You know that if I just let go, it's going to go everywhere. And I'm not trying to make a flying car. I want my car to go across a surface. So I'm going to take a piece of tape, fold it up, and attach my balloon to my rover. Let's see what happens. Now, I think it's going to go really far, so I'm actually going to relocate to the floor. My balloon taped to my rover. See if it works. Send us videos and pictures of the rover designs you come up with. Maybe there's another way to power it. Maybe there's another way to reduce friction. Maybe you want 7 wheels instead of 4 wheels. This activity is completely up to you. You brainstorm, you pick the design, you build it. We would love to see what you come up with.